Yesterday evening began for me and my husband Ken, much like any other night. We ate dinner, cleaned the kitchen side by side, and then settled onto the sofa with glasses of wine in our hands. Over the years, Thursday nights have turned into our little ritual, watching reruns of old sitcoms and laughing at the same jokes like we're hearing them for the very first time. I've always cherished those evenings. They felt comforting, familiar, warm, and safe. But last night, something felt different. Ken was quieter than usual. Every now and then his brow would tighten, like there was something heavy weighing on his mind. I noticed it sometime during the second episode of Friends, though I didn't mention it immediately. Then he reached over and softly took my hand. His fingers felt cool against my warm skin, and he looked at me with those thoughtful brown eyes that first made me fall for him more than a decade ago. "Elizabeth," he said quietly, though his voice remained steady. "Can we talk?" There was a seriousness in his tone that made me straighten up instantly. My heart began pounding in my chest. "The Thompson family?" I mentally braced myself. "Of course," I replied, trying to sound relaxed even though inside I felt anything but calm. He drew in a deep breath and paused the television. "I've been thinking about us," he said carefully. "Not because anything is wrong. I love you more now than ever before. But I've realized there's something I've been holding back from you." I blinked, confused by what he meant. Ken had always seemed like one of the most emotionally open men I'd ever known. Kind, attentive, communicative. If he had emotional walls, he never let me see them. "What do you mean, holding back from me?" I asked, as I turned fully toward him. His grip on my hand tightened slightly. "I've spent so much time trying to be the man I thought you needed," he admitted. "Strong, dependable, steady. But there's something I've wanted to share with you for years. Something important to me. I just never knew how to say it." I leaned closer, my heartbeat shifting now from fear to curiosity. "Ken, you can tell me anything. You know that, don't you?" He nodded, released my hand, and stood up. He paced slowly in front of the sofa for a moment before turning back toward me. "I want us to try something different," he said. "Something that could change the way we connect emotionally and mentally, the way we look at each other." I could tell he was nervous, and somehow that made me nervous too. "Okay," I said slowly, stretching the word out to give him room to continue. "I want us to step away from the routine," he explained. "I want us to have one evening where we strip away all the habits. No pretending, no expectations, just complete honesty about what we feel and what we truly want." I stayed quiet for a moment, letting his words settle in. It wasn't an unreasonable request. Honestly, it sounded like something a marriage therapist might recommend to rebuild closeness. Yet the way he said it made me feel there was something deeper beneath it all. "So what? You want us to do some kind of role-playing game?" I teased lightly, trying to ease the tension in the room. He laughed, though it was brief. "Not exactly. I want to tell you something I've never shared with anyone before, and I want you to do the same. No judgment, just honesty." He looked at me then, and for the first time in a very long time, I saw real vulnerability in his eyes. Something about it touched my heart in a way I still can't fully explain. I nodded slowly. "All right, let's do it." We switched off the TV, placed our wine glasses aside, and sat facing each other on the sofa, like two strangers meeting all over again for the first time. Ken started first. "You know, when we met, Elizabeth, I was convinced you were completely out of my league. You were intelligent, confident, full of life. I felt like some ordinary guy from a small town just trying to keep up with you. But I wanted so badly to deserve you." I smiled, genuinely moved. "I felt the same way about you," I admitted. "I thought you were this calm, collected man who always had everything under control. I was terrified I'd ruin it somehow." He smiled softly and leaned forward, encouraged to continue. "There's more," he said. "Over the years I felt like I always had to be the strong one, the rock. But there were so many times when I felt just as scared and just as lost. I simply didn't know how to admit it without feeling like I was disappointing you." I reached up and gently touched his face. "You never needed to be perfect for me, Ken. I've always loved your imperfections, just as much as everything else." His eyes shimmered with tears. Then it became my turn. I told him about the days when I felt invisible, not because of anything he did, but because I didn't know how to ask for what I needed. I admitted that sometimes I missed the spontaneity we had in our younger,